Hello, it's Rudy here, and I was thinking about all the, the trans movement, how suddenly it's been pushed. I don't need to go over it, do I, to anyone? Everyone will know what I mean. The transgender agenda is being pushed so much. Like, it's got to the stage where they say to, a 5-year-old kid or a 6-year-old kid, or even a mixed up kid who's older, he thinks, yeah, that's what's up with me. If I change what sex I am, then that'll solve all my problems. Everyone, and 5 years down the line, they regret it. Like, a few years ago, it used to be really, really difficult to be able to get the permission to be able to undertake the surgery. People used to go to Thailand and do it and things like that. But even in America, in the book Silence of the Lambs, the character, the villain, the main protagonist, is it? The bad one, James Gum, thinks he's a transsexual according to a lecturer psychiatrist. And so he wanted to become a woman and failed the test, kept failing the test. That's partly how they got onto him, apart from what Hannibal told him as well. But anyway, that's off the beat. But I'm looking, where did this all start? Like, I'm not saying there's not real people out there who genuinely feel like they've been born into the wrong body and it's a fucking nightmare for them and all the rest of it. But it's not in the numbers that there's so many of these people in there doing it and they're gonna regret it. And there's like parents indulging children, like a lad's playing dressed up in a dress. Oh, you know what I mean? So I thought I'd show you these things, right? Called HERMATHENAs. Hermes and Athena. And they apparently they was rare. Oh, that's a college. We don't want that. But again, where's a college? HERMATHENA at Trinity College, Dublin. Why is there a college called that? This journal is under the auspices of the Department of Classics. It has been published here at Trinity College without interruption since 1873. Subjects covered include classical world, theology and philosophy. Why is it called HERMATHENA though? HERMATHENA Archives, HERMATHENA. HERMATHENA is a series of papers on literature, science and philosophy by members of Trinity College, Dublin. Why did they call it HERMATHENA? I find that pretty curious. Well, Bing was Bing up. Right, so Bing's just going to give us the same fucking results. So folks, I can't find any more writing about it. That's the journal. That's what. Right, HERMATHENA. Composite of Hermes and Athena, a Janus-like bust of Hermes and Athena. Right. Is it representing the Greek gods Hermes and Athena or their Roman counterparts Mercury and Minerva? Symbolism. It was natural to see the two deities unified or fused as one form. The Greek god Hermes presided over eloquence, the goddess Athena of the crafts and sciences. The reverse of the medal of the Roman Emperor Hadrian, who prided himself on his learning and eloquence, depicts HERMATHENA. In early Greek, the same quality, for example. Each god embodies the kind of clever intelligence or merits that manifests itself in the clever ruse and the winning strategy. For Hermes, this quality leans towards the nighttime realm of stealth and theft, cunning, deception, and successful guidance to the underworld, while for Athena, he leans toward the big-time realm of good judgment, quick thinking, and successful guidance on the battlefield. Hermes and Athena were also described as half-siblings because Zeus was the father of both gods. Life's duality, isn't it? That is just life, duality. But that's showing like the two together are stronger than just the one on its own, isn't it? One's there for the day, one's for the night. And on the bus there, one's looking one way, one's looking the other, isn't it? And there, though, curiously enough, is Moloch, the Moloch. And that's got in its hand Caduceus. I was tempted to say Thrice's stick, but I think I don't know. Well, that's definitely an owl. So these Hermathenas were rare apparently, for a good one. Literature. The only literary sources concerning Hermathena are found in letters by Cicero to Atticus. Atticus had obtained a rare herm of Athena from Athens for Cicero's Tusculanum villa in 67-65 BC. Cicero writes to Atticus, "Your Hermathena pleases me greatly. It stands so pretty that the whole lecture room, like a votive chapel of the deity, I am greatly obliged to you." He returns to the subject in another letter. Atticus had probably purchased for him another sculpture of the same kind. "What you write about the Hermathena pleases me greatly. It is most appropriate ornament for my own little seat of learning. Hermes is suitable everywhere, and Minerva is the special emblem of a lecture room. I should be glad if you would, as you suggest, find as many more ornaments of the same kind for the place." It was common during the Roman period for the elite to collect herms and terminal figures as garden ornaments and interior decorations for their villas and palaces. Having a statue of Hermathena may have also believed to give divine inspiration. One of the few surviving Hermathenas is on display at the Naples National Archaeological Museum. A bust of Athena from the 1st century that had once topped a terminal pillar was found at the Villa of Papyri in Herculaneum. During the Renaissance, a number of artists, for example Rubens and Vincenzo Catare, portrayed Hermathena in art either as two gods acting in conjunction or as a single deity with attributes of the other. For example, Athene holding the Caduceus, which was a symbol of Hermes. On the ceiling of the Farnese Palace is the 16th century fresco of Hermathena called Gabinetto dell'Emendamento by Federico Zuccari. The fresco depicts an androgynous fusion of the deities. That's unreal. Farnese Palace, because I've been mentioning it recently. I mentioned it in other vlogs. Oh no, not the palace, but the Is it it? The funnies have got another thought. And it's the inspiration for the White House. This place. Look, that's copying. Hamilton Palace said exactly that. But where the mausoleum is, it's also got steps exactly like that. With the lions there, the crypt here, and then the thing on top, mausoleum. And the Pentagon is based on this building. If it shows you a top view of it, you'll see what I mean. Sorry, this is really sloppy, isn't it? I should have all this all slick and all ready for you. Should have. There you go. The original Pentagon building. And so, there you see a plan of the Pentagon buildings. And there's the Villa Farnese, which was the original War Office. Telling me that's a coincidence. And ground was broke on this place on 9/11. Ground broke means this building was designed, and the day that they first ever started working on it was 9/11. Exactly 60 years to the day before the supposed plane hit it. I can't mic this side up, but yeah. So, and it's like the decks of a ship also. And they were supposed to have built this somewhere else, and they'd already designed it as a Pentagon. And they said that it was just the way the land was lying, it like laid, and it would just happened to like be like a Pentagon. As if you don't draw the buildings first. You know what I mean? As if they're saying they picked some land when they started building it, and it started naturally forming a hexagon. I'm not making this up, right? This is what they say. But the land what they picked weren't suitable for this hexagon building, so they moved it somewhere else, right? So where they really wanted it, yeah? And then they made it into still carried on making it into a Pentagon because they'd already designed it, and it'd have been too costly to change it. Right? That's the story. Look, that plane was supposed to have hit there, and it happened to hit the office where there was auditing the trillions of dollars that had gone missing, and they'd only spoke about it in Congress the day before, or 2 days before. The Pentagon is the headquarters of the Department of Defense. It is one of the world's largest office buildings, and the US Capitol could easily fit inside any one of the 5 wedge-shaped sections. Wedge-shaped, like a boat. Approximately 24,000 employees, both military and civilian, work there. Total length of corridor is 17.5 miles, 5 floors, 5 acres. Area covered by building 29 acres. The courtyard inside is 5 acres. That's massive. Yeah, that's on the internet, it's massive. But that's the original. Pentagon. I got a vlog what I was going to put out last night, but didn't end up doing it.